Hello everyone, my name is Minh. I'm from class Nghe nói 22535 and my major is English language. Talking a little bit about myself, I'm a university student at Open University and my favorite subject is English and I also spend some time playing sports with my dad at the weekend. So these are two of my hobbies. So the topic today is what is risk taking and some types of it. So the definition is very simple. Risk taking is taking risks to start a company, increase profits, or to gain further benefits from your work or your studies. So there are three main types of risk. The first one is physical risk. This is the damage to people's physical health or some buildings. And secondly, we have financial risk. This is the possibility of losing money or failing to meet financial obligations. So it's very stressful, right? And the third one, which I commonly see in people these days, is changing career risk. So this is change to an entirely new working environment. Don't get me wrong, I don't say that we change to a new workplace, but for this case, we change to a new field, a new work. And there are many risks at different stages of life. The first one is the time when we are still toddlers, when we are taking our first steps to stand on our feet for the first time. As you can see from the picture here, a little boy is trying to stand up, but then he fails. And but then he falls. Sorry. Um, the second one is change career. So this is very commonly seen in young people, as illustrated by a man here. He seems to be an office worker, but now he wants to change to a new job. So he is standing in front of many paths, which represents different career paths. And the third one is startup. When you start investing in a company or when you start your new business, these are also taking risks, but maybe at an adult stage of life. So talking about my personal story, after my graduation, I was an office worker and I found a job really boring, stressful, and obviously low paid. So I decided to quit after 3 or 4 months. And after that, I decided to pursue my hobby, which is English. And I decided to apply to be an English teacher, uh, e- English teaching assistant to be exact, because I thought that the job would be more dynamic, flexible, and less stressful. But to my surprise, it it had higher salary as well. So I still keep the career path until these days. And talking about high risk professions, what I immediately think of is the pilot because he has to fly between different time zones, so his lifestyle can be changed. And also, he doesn't have time to meet his friends or family members, so it really hurts his relationship. And because he is on the air most of the time. So he get exposed to lots of sunlight, which can cause him cancer, skin cancer, or because um, stays too close to the airline engines so that he can have some sort of hearing problems. And he also has to face some pressure from passengers and the companies as well. So I think pilot is a very risky job. So here comes the next question. Do greater risks bring rewards? I would say yes, but greater benefits also comes with greater drawbacks. As you can see right here, this picture represents a coffee shop startup. If you have a lot of customers, you can have a lot of money. That's the best benefits. But if you don't have customer, so you may lose a lot of money because you have to pay for the staff and ingredients and also the rental too. But no one's sure about the number of customers, so it's really risky. And for scientific field, if you create a new medicine, you invest a lot of money and time in it. But if your medicine is good, you can save a lot of people and make a lot of money. But if your medicine is not a successful story, so it will lose you a lot of money and You may even kill some people during the experiments, which is not good. So are all risks worth taking? So I would divide the risk into two types, the smart risk and the reckless risk. Smart risk is well planned with potential benefits. It's like you're investing money after you research the market. So these are very good for personal development. So I think this one is worth taking. However, for the reckless risks, it's like taking without thinking about the consequences, like you speeding or you gamble all of your savings to a football match and then you lose all the things. So I think this one is not really recommended. And in conclusion, I think taking risks can change our life in many different ways. For the positive side, it can create opportunities, build up confidence, and can lead to success. But the downside of it would be you would have to face failure and disappointment, which can be disheartening, and you may also have to face unexpected consequences. And eventually, you may become stressed and under a lot of pressure. So be careful. But don't get me wrong. I think taking risks is very necessary for personal development, but just make sure you prepare for it. All right, this is the end. Thank you for listening to me.